All right, all right, all right. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Dad, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. Turning a video to a live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Turning this video into a live stream for anybody who wants to join. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about places Black travelers should avoid, or is there any place that you would like to openly, verbally talk about in reference to places where Black travelers should avoid traveling to? Please, please, please feel free and be my guest. I did come across a very interesting article in reference to some places that were mentioned about certain cities that Black travelers should avoid as well. We further the discussion on whether travelers should. Let me preface this by saying openly, I am not one to denounce and or tell people where they should or should not travel. Okay. As any foreigner will tell you, Black or not, you got to do due diligence. As any foreigner will tell you, Black or not, you're likely going to run into trouble. Now, I shouldn't say likely, but you have to expect that the chances of you running into trouble are going to be high. And I kind of feel like if you put that expectation into consideration, you'll be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to look out for yourself. You'll be very, very conscientious and cautious about the ways and places you choose to travel, or the ways and places that you choose to go to. I think that as a Black traveler myself, I will admit I've been to a few places, okay? I haven't been everywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm your seasoned traveler. I can probably name all of the places that I've been to off the top of my head on probably one or two hands, probably two hands at least. All right. But one place that I do remember specifically not necessarily caring for from my personal experience was my time briefly spent in UAE. I'm not going to say all Black travelers shouldn't go there. No, it's not what I'm saying. But I will like to share in some of my experiences while I was traveling throughout the United Arab Emirates. My dad was in Al Ain. I think that was spelled AL-AIN. Al Ain is how they pronounce it, but Al Ain, whatever. And me and my dad on the weekends, we would go back and forth to Dubai. Because, if you know how the UAE is set up, it's set up like a triangle. So all of the major points are connected. I mean, you still have places like Sharjah and places like that are still part of the UAE region, but most of the places, the major points, your Abu Dhabi, your Dubai's, and Al Ain are, connected by a triangle. So, in each direction, it's roughly about the same distance to travel, the same time frame of travel. So, I remember spending a lot of time in Dubai, and although Dubai is a little bit more liberated and probably the most liberated of the listed in UAE, it was just very difficult to feel comfortable there. And again, like I said, man, it really doesn't mean anything. I guess it was just my first time and I was just getting my footing. But, there's a lot of rules and regulations in countries in this, okay? There truly is. And me knowing the rules and me not knowing how flexible the rules are or where there might be some leniency in certain places, I just kind of felt like I had to be on my P's and Q's. Not necessarily just as a Black traveler, but just as a traveler, period. Probably more so because I'm Black. You do anything against the local community there, you are fucked. I'll just say that first and foremost. If you see to an accident with a local Emirati, you're screwed. Do anything against the local community, you're screwed. Accidentally bump into somebody and they take offense to it, you're screwed. So I kind of feel like in places like that, you're going to do your best not to get arrested, okay? You're going to do everything in your humanly power possible to avoid getting into any situations with the locals, because the locals will always win. In the Philippines, the only chance you really have is if you have a Filipino in your corner that's willing to defend you and say, oh, well, that's not what really happened. In the UAE, there's not too many people in your corner, buddy. I mean, what, other American expats, if you're lucky, you might have a couple of people you might hang out with and be cool with. You know, you might be able to kick it with the local community for the most part. But, you know, if you guys don't know, 90% of that country is made up of people outside of UAE, and only about 10% of the population is the local Emirati community. So again, you might be able to get lucky to, be cool with a certain group of people, but those certain group of people probably ain't gonna be the people you need in your corner if you get into it with a local, especially in, places like the Middle East. So I kind of felt like through my own personal experiences, that was one of the places. And again, it was just uncomfortable because you just didn't know what rules were enforced, to the utmost extent, and what rules were not. You can get in trouble for holding hands in UAE, in other Middle Eastern countries, if that person that you're in hands with is not your wife. Sometimes you might have to prove to people that is your wife that you're walking with. You know what I'm saying? Females, you got to be very conscientious about the way that you dress and everything like that. And again, I respect the culture. You got to be able to respect the culture. You got to be on point with respect of the culture. But still, I mean, when I say these things out loud, I mean them, ladies and gentlemen. This was just one country that I went to that I didn't like. And of course, I would never, ever, 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 ever visit UAE again. But if I get a job there, you damn right I'd work there and make that tax-free money all day, every day, twice on Sunday. All right. I would never visit there just for a vacation. It's too damn expensive anyways, of course. But I would never want to live there unless I'm working there. Okay. So that would probably be one of the places out of the few that I have had a chance to visit and travel extensively through or spend a lot of time in, that I would honestly say I wish I knew a little bit more so that I could know what was okay and what was not okay. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm sure you guys have plenty of them. I just wanted to share my story to get you guys in the building. I see we got 13 on the spot, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, showing some love to your boy. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, fam. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up for your boy. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and discharge yourself all over that like button. You know it wants it, it needs it, and most definitely has to have it. You guys want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy and blessed you choose to come through, show a little bit of love to the good doc today. Now you're on den. Now let me show some love to my kinfolk and my skinfolk in the building. I'm at Global. What's good, family? My man Frederick Mason for the great state. Yo, how's my voice hanging in there? Am I tripping? Am I doing all right? Is my voice fine? Mic check. Sorry. Shout out to the boy Robert Morris. What's good with you, bro? My man Mike C. You're right, Mike. Dubai is half Filipino, bro. Like there's like 100,000 billion Filipinos in the UAE for sure, for sure. My man Ahmed says USA is more racist than any country in the Middle East. I promise you that. That's true. And again, it to me, my situation was not so much about, oh my God, I'm a black traveler. How are they going to treat me as a black traveler per se? This particular situation was just trying to understand the rules and regulations of the country. Knowing that there are probably a whole lot more stricter rules in reference to what you can and cannot do in places like the Middle East, as opposed to understanding, all right, well, they ain't gonna like me because I'm black. To be honest with you, the majority of them are considered POC. If you want to know the truth, they are people of color. I ain't never really seen too many white-skinned Emiratis. Seen a brother the other day, and I thought he was like, when I was there, my dad used to work with a guy. Dude was an Emirati, I guess, by blood. Couldn't tell the difference, man. That dude did not look anything outside of African American. You would look at him and say, that's a brother right there. But now he was an Emirati. So again, I mean, he can't really base that off of color, skin, complexion, anything like that. But I'm more interested tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in what countries or what places you believe we as African American or black travelers should avoid. All right. I had my video. I shared the one place that I thought that we should avoid. Well, I didn't really share in it as a place that I think you should avoid, but a place you really need to do your research on before going to, because of what I would like to refer to as consistent experiences recorded. Is that really data? You can call it data, but it's more or less secondary data because it is consistent recorded experiences. But I mean, coming from different sources, sharing in their own different type of story wherein they really didn't feel comfortable in said place. All right. So is there any place on your map, any place on your listing, ladies and gentlemen, that you would say, you know what, bro? I think I'd rather skip or avoid that one. I know I read earlier. What did my man say? CJ says avoid Portugal. And brother, I want to know, why do you feel like, I don't know if you're still with us. I hope you are. But I want to know what it is about Portugal why you would tell people they should avoid going to Portugal. You feel me? Shout out to my man MXC, brother. I missed your name. I'm sorry. My man Jonathan's in the building, of course. Mr. Dawkins, what's good, brother? Is there anybody reason why CJ, I pray you're still with us. Why you think we should avoid Portugal? Because like I said, this is an open forum, ladies and gentlemen. What you guys share with me is things I don't know. Robert, yes, I know UAE is the ish. Only if we out there making bank, bruh. Outside of making bank, there's no reason that I would really want to travel to UAE. And I don't think there's any reason anybody would go there unless they out there making that serious bank. All right. Ahmed, you're probably correct, brother. It probably is more about class and not color. Again, there's a lot of people of color in UAE, bro. So trust me when I tell you, family, I ain't too concerned about necessarily a racial response. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you guys myself with too many other rules and regulations, because it's very, very easy, very, very, very easy to overlook certain ways of the country and basically miss out on a certain rule or regulation that you're just not paying attention to. And there's very little leeway. I've noticed that in countries like that, when their rules are strict, more so towards foreigners than they are to the local community, because the local community knows, well, they don't really have too much leeway, bro. They ain't really too forgiving. I've noticed that. It's like, nah, motherfucker, you gonna go to jail. You might get that passport taken too. Gotta be careful. Yeah, we can always talk about what the U.S. has done to us. And nothing you say will be wrong. It's just that I want to avoid talking about the States right now, because again, there's really too much of this shit is just enough to depress you. But we should all know, or we should all be in the know by now, that being back home isn't the greatest. All right, I'll be the first to tell you. I've enjoyed my time being with family and friends, but it ain't the greatest of all times. All right. Shit. If my mic needs to be, if I need to refresh, y'all need to tell me, man. Shoot. Let me try to hold my mic closer. Okay. Because maybe it's because I'm turning my head or something. I don't know, guys. But if I need to start this bitch over, tell me in advance. Mr. Smith, you know how often I was trying to call you, fam? I don't know what the hell happened to my dude, but I was about to put out an APP on that man. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Smith. I'm looking for you. I was calling. But anyways, let me get back to the topics. My man, Frederick Mason. Oh, you said just a little. And Mr. Dawkins says back in 2007, a UK DJ was arrested for 4 years for having 2 point. Oh my goodness. Mr. Dawkins, brother, be more careful. I don't know what it is. Here's the crazy thing. I have no idea what it is about foreigners traveling to countries wherein drugs are probably likely 99.9% illegal in the country, but you still opt to choose to bring the country. That's no different than you traveling from California to North Carolina and you're holding. Guys, it's not legal in the state of North Carolina. Even if you have a medicinal marijuana card, ladies and gentlemen, that shit ain't enough to keep you from getting arrested. It might be a warning or something. It might get your product taken at the very least. At the most, though, you're gonna get arrested and you're gonna be booked. My man said a UK DJ arrested for 4 years for having that little bit of weed on him, bruh. Hell, is that even enough to fill a blunt? Shit, I don't know, man. I don't smoke, man. But anyways, is that enough to fill one? Probably two and a half. I don't know. The case in point is this, man. Y'all got rules, pimping. We truly got to learn these rules. because the way we act at home, man, we got to be a little different. I mean, everybody knows never bring the Western mentality to other countries that go to, so you don't need to be reminded of that. I think that's just based on pure stupidity, fam. That's all I'm gonna say. That is gonna be based on pure stupidity. My man, Ahmed Global, you are big on avoiding the U.S. You avoid the U.S. at all costs and possible for sure. I'm not even gonna argue with that case. Shout out to my brother Reginald Graham. I see you, family. Let me see who we got in the building. Okay. Hold on, I gotta scroll down real quick, guys. Give me. I'm trying to post the comments as you guys write them. Ahmed Global, that is very, very interesting, brother. You heard Japan was racist? I don't know if you were fucking with me or joking, but I can think right now. Most people would probably say that about South Korea. Ted duty stations there. I mean, and he never really mentioned anything to me about it. So I'm not gonna say that it's not true or that you won't have issues. Again, like we know, guys, everywhere you go, you're gonna have your own issues. It's just, I say you gotta go where you feel the love, pimping, and it really should not do enough to face you enjoying your vacation. Am I gonna sit there and think everybody gonna be accepting of you guys with open arms? Nah. We have to eliminate that really out of our head real quick. Not everywhere you go is gonna be an open arms situation. All right. So Japan, I've heard mixed things about Japan, but then again, what I'm noticing is it's just certain areas for the most part that seem to give most foreigners the issues. Like, it's not all of China, it's just it's in China. It's not all of the Philippines, it's just certain areas in the Philippines. It's not all, well, yeah, I've heard it was all of other places, but I mean, started to pick up on, well, they don't treat black people very well here or some shit like that. You know how it goes. Let me see. My man says that you should stay away from Greece and Ireland, and they both have an anti-African opinion. All right. My man says Greece. Now, I do remember a particular story where some brothers got beat, or I think it was a brother, it was a black guy that got beat down in Greece. I can't remember the exact story per se, but I do remember off the top of my head that there was this black guy that just he taking that work and they killed this dude. So that was unfortunate. Ireland, I've heard that Ireland was okay though, but again, what I've noticed, and this may sound crazy weird, it seems like it's more so the European countries that may, not saying they will, seem to maybe give us a little bit more apprehension than other places, if that makes sense. Because you say Ireland, I've heard, like I said, it was Austria that I mentioned in my video. Some people may say the Ukraine. I'm not sure about the Ukraine though, because I've had people tell me differing opinions about it. So I think it might be 50-50 with the Ukraine. And some people might say Russia, like I said, China. Somebody even mentioned India in my chat. Big love to the homie who mentioned India. Because I'm thinking to myself, how in the world do they have such a negative sentiment about African Americans or black people when them motherfuckers could be just as black as us? Okay, no cap. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I don't think Indians have the right to be racist towards black people. When I'm telling you, bro, they can be just as dark as any one of us in the chat tonight. I've seen, you probably seen it, so I don't know where that particular racial stance comes from, but yeah, you gonna miss me with that shit for sure. All right, man, brother. I was about to get scared there. I swear I was gonna have to put out an APB on your family, for sure, for sure. Like, damn. I was like, my man, because I tried to call the number, bro. He's like, he was bugging out. I was like, all right, bet. Man, my man Snug said, stop acting like, hold on. Damn, I don't know why these things ain't clicking right. Stop acting like y'all was in the Philippines with Dr. Mike in the 80s. Don't play. I ain't even going that far, brother. I wish I was born in it. I was actually born in the 80s, man, but I was kind of fool. My tenure was in the early 2000s. We was having some fun too. He was having too much fun. You know what, man? You want to know the truth? I'm gonna tell y'all some fucked up stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason I would avoid places like China is because they don't got Facebook. And yes, you could get the illegal VPNs or not, or the VPNs and the alternative and all that stuff. Because I thought about doing English teaching over there for a long time. I got like 3 contract offers. They were all weak. But I was like, well, shit, man. I just want to get out the U.S. and I was really about to take it. I ain't gonna front, guys. I was about a day or two away from taking the job. When I realized, I was like, man, shit, it ain't worth the money because you know what they were gonna pay you for a year contract. I can make that a little bit easier, you know, being where I was at, you know, being back home. So, and that's when I opted out. But I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I do not want to have to worry about getting a VPN and extra shit. But then again, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna avoid China for life. I think that's unfair. But yeah. Anywho, oh, my brother loved Japan, bro. Reggie, my brother is in love with Japan, boy. He love them Japanese girls. Yo, real talk though, he ain't dating Filipinos no more, man. I think that broke my heart. I ain't go front, fam. My man says, yo, I ain't fucking with Filipinos no more. My brother's off that shit. My brother bandwagon people. I thought it was funny, but he's like, yo, man, it's either Korean or it's gonna be Japanese from here on out. And I ain't mad at him though, man. He doing this stuff thistle, bro. But for sure, man, y'all better make sure y'all get the likes up on this video, man. 21 in the building, man. I appreciate y'all getting the likes up for the good doc. Y'all know the rules. Y'all make sure y'all can rest, molest, and de-stress yourself. It wants and it needs, and most definitely has to have it. You guys want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with y'all now and then. Yeah, man, my brother in Japan, as far as I know, they blend very well. You feel me? They blend extremely well. So, you know, he's sent me a couple pictures of some, you know, some attractive Japanese women that he has been talking to for a while. So I like it. I think I dig the vibe, man. And like some you see in a music video. Have you ever seen those K-pop music videos, man? Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a real one. Those K-pop music videos and those J-pop, because they got Japanese pop too. Those music videos and shit, and you see the girls with the big ass eyes and in the makeup and they dances, you know, skinny bitch and look like she need to eat a sandwich, you know, skinny girls that look like they need to eat something. Yeah, I swear to I saw the picture. I said that's the type of shit my brother be dating, no cap. I'll be like, yeah, he be dating girls that look like they came straight out of these music videos. And I was thinking something, and I wasn't trying to be racist or anything. I was like, yo, do they all look like that though? Do they all come out the womb with big ass and the porcelain skin and shit? I was like, this shit bugging me out. But every girl he's taking a picture with, it fits the bill. Like they look like they could literally have been taken from like one of these fucking music videos. I'm like, am I jealous? Nah. Me and the mean one, we good. But I ain't glad though, man. I am if I wouldn't think that Japanese women are hella attractive. For real, for real. Racist or not, damn it. I would still shoot my shot over there. If I had a chance, I'd be there. Shout out to my man John Thomas. What's good, brother? I remember Black American basketball player being killed in a bar in Romania after trying to talk to a woman in the bar. I think that right there is what really gets us in trouble. I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks, okay? I think that most of us travel because we want to experience different cultures, but we also want to know what the women are like. Damn, I mean, fuck, we're human. If you're a man, you're probably going to want to see what the women look like or what they bout. And it's unfortunate this fact is you can't talk to most of these women in these foreign countries. You just can't. I'm going to tell you my cardinal rule. Nah, I can't tell y'all that, man. I'm going to get my ass in trouble. I tell you, if I told y'all, if I broke down my rule and how I really operated in the Philippines and how I would probably choose to operate anywhere, not fucking, I'm going to tell you, screw it. A lot of people would, okay, hold on. How can I phrase this? First of all, y'all get the likes up, okay? Don't play me. All right. Okay, let me try to get this together for y'all because I love y'all. Here we go. listening, because I want to try to outline this in a way in which some people will understand and how it could be universally transferred in any place in the world that you go. Okay, I don't tell you anything dramatically that you shouldn't know already. I just want to make sure that I have everybody on the hook, because I need to make sure y'all hear this one. And while I'm waiting, let me shout out everybody. Let me see what kind of comments we got left real quick that I missed out on. My man CJ says that he hasn't been to Portugal, but he read about experiences of African immigrants not being served in restaurants, not being let in clubs, etc., being harassed and assaulted by the police. Heard about China as well. Unfortunate, but it is true. Hey yo, I'm at global hashtag Filipino 2021. Shit. All right, man. I'm gonna just run through these comments real quick before I get into my tangent. I'm sorry, guys. Oscar, what's good? Yeah, my gunner had some kids walk up and try to rub the paint off his skin. Next time we went to the same town, the kids handed him some Tootsie Roll candy named Negro candy. Dude, I'm not laughing because it's funny, because it's fucked up, but I just can't imagine called Negro candy. But and people will probably take me as saying, "Oh, you don't believe in racism." No, man, it was just funny because it's just hard for me to imagine a piece of candy called Negro candy. But I'm pretty sure it does exist. You don't have to tell me twice, man. Jonathan, you heard that Japan was pretty much straight down the line, not too racist, peaceful, and nice. For sure. My man says, "Doc, those red dots buy your products. They keep them in business." Hey, man, the motherfuckers is blacker than us. You ain't gonna sit there and tell me. You ain't gonna tell me they got the right to be racist. Y'all motherfuckers be blacker than you and be put together. Don't play me. Hey, bro, them K-pop girls, man. Hey, don't let the look fool you. I think they might be able to bring more to the table than we give them credit for, man. I'm just saying, but I'm saying. Hold on. Let me get the comments out. My man Stuck says, "Do you fuss at a girl who works on the tip?" Of course you don't. Nobody argues with a girl who does right by their man. Nobody argues with them. Okay. Okay, Reggie. My man. Get on track, brother. Get me back on track. So my man says, "I heard Japanese women like to meet brothers." Okay. I'm gonna tell you my rule. Y'all don't have to follow it, and it's not anything that's directly brand new. Okay, it's not anything that you probably haven't heard of before. Okay, but what I've learned throughout my experiences is this: if I want to talk to a girl in a different country, I'm online dating. I'm going online. You know, we have this whole talk about, bro, we got to get boots on the ground, man. We got to do that. And yes, that works for you if you're living in a country. If you have the time to do it, I encourage you to do it. But yo, these online sites, man, they kind of serve the same damn purpose. Hooking up online is just as fun, if not funner, than meeting a girl, getting a number, do all the extra shit. Okay. The reason why I encourage online usage, especially if you're not sure about the response to you being African American, I know, is because it's very hard for you to get in trouble that way. I think we get targeted when they see us talking to their girls, or they think that we're trying to take their girls from them. Online, it's just a conversation between you and that young lady, hopefully, unless she catfishing. More or less, it's just a conversation between you and the person you think you're gonna try to hook up with. Okay, how she feels about it, she doesn't have to feel nervous about it, because it's not as if y'all gonna probably spend a lot of time in public. You know what I'm saying? Shit, all she gotta do is come where you stand, and you can make the magic happen. And I know that sounds pretty fucked up, and I'm not encouraging you guys to live like a mongering type lifestyle. That's not what it is. It's just a simple fact that if you're not sure of the response you're gonna get trying to go out in the clubs and meet these girls, go out to bars and trying to meet these girls, why not bring the party to you? I've done that. Even in the Philippines, y'all think I'm crazy. I don't know why. I mean, I did the boots on the ground, of course, during my tenure when I had time to do it, but I still utilized online sites back when. And the reason I did it is because, hell, man, it's easier to get from point A to point B online. Tell them what you want, what you really, really want. Tell them what you want, what you really, really want. And normally you can make things happen. Really, you could make things. And like my man Reggie right here, you triggered something in me when you said, I heard the Japanese women like to meet the brothers. Yeah, they probably do. Probably not so much in public. Maybe not in public though. But they do like to meet us. They're fucking friendly as hell. I told you, man. I was stuck in I don't know if I told you this, but for about a long time, I was stuck in a Tokyo airport. Because before I went to the Philippines, I was in the airport and I didn't want to get a place to stay. So I ended up sleeping in the airport. Yes, I'm cheap. Couldn't help it. Didn't know my way around. Didn't feel like spending no money. So bam, stayed in the airport. I had a pretty little lounge, so it was cool. Like these Japanese flight attendants, man, they're super nice, super helpful. And again, I know that's part of the job, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's part of the job to be friendly and be happy and do that. I know. But there was something in there. They didn't seem as if they were faking the funk. They didn't seem as if this was something that they felt obligated to do. They were nice. They were fucking asking questions and stuff. You know, it's different for you to just respond to the questions being asked to you if you're not interested in a person, right? Have you ever noticed that when you try to talk to a girl, maybe y'all be only ugly people like me get this one, but have you ever noticed how when you talk to a girl and the girl will answer your questions, but she won't ask you any questions back? Like that really shows she has like zero fucking interest in even getting to know you, right? So, you know, the girls, they're like, hey, where are you from? Of course, we're in the airport. Yeah, I'm from I told them Las Vegas. Big love to my brother Robert Morris out there. Pop, baby. I told them all I'm from Las Vegas. I never really tell anybody from North Carolina, but I tell them I'm from Las Vegas. It's an easier talking point. And to my defense, I did live in Vegas for a brief moment of time. So most of the time, if people ask me, I say Vegas. You know how excitable people are about Vegas. Oh, it's a very nice place. Lights, casinos, blah, blah, blah. You know how the game go, right? So, having that conversation, they just seem really friendly, man. Seem very, very, very approachable. And I think that's what, when it comes to talking, traveling, dating, and doing all that comes with that, it's all about the approachability, guys. And sometimes, it's not easy to approach these women because again, you don't know how they're going to react or respond. Yes, being black, you have a certain type of swagger. Yes, being black, you have a certain type of confidence. Yes, being black, you got this, that, and the other, or you feel like you have. Sometimes it doesn't always work in our favor. And the only reason I feel it doesn't is because sometimes that shit can be overwhelming. The swag, I don't want to say swag because I don't like that term, but like the confidence level you may have, being who you are, how you approach women and shit like that. Sometimes it's intimidating to women. I don't know what intimidates them the most. What they've heard about us. You know what they hear about us, guys. Let's not act like we're bringing this. Oh, black foreigners have penises the size of whatever, or they hear about the negative aspect of gang life in the U.S. and they think we're all thugs and drug dealers and all that shit. I don't know. Whatever it may be. Shout out to East Charleston Boulevard, baby. You know what it is, Robert. Don't play because. Nah, I'm playing. But anyways, like I'm saying, though, when it comes down to it, sometimes our approach can be too aggressive and we just don't. And I think that's where we tend to either get right or get left. That's why when we do it online, and that goes back to what I was saying, guys, when it comes to me, if I'm in a different country, man, I think I'm going to try to meet girls online first. And people will be like, oh, man, why would you do that when you got boots on the ground? Very easy, because you don't know to what extent your approach is going to either scare somebody away from you or make them shy to talk to you in person. At least if you can create a dialogue online first, maybe it'll get them comfortable enough to meet you then. Then you kind of come from there. So at least you know where each other is coming from. Instead of you having to play what I like to refer to as the filling out process. Okay, like how's her vibe? What is her vibe like this? And again, even when you talk to them online, meet them in person, it's something different. But that's why at least when you're online, you create so many different opportunities for yourself. I'm not telling you to go out there and be a damn man whore, but channeling options or chatting options while you're online. How many chatting options do you honestly think you're going to have playing this boots on the ground shit in the country that you're not necessarily familiar with yet. I'm only encouraging this when you first step down into a country, man. Only when you get comfortable, the boots on the ground, you get to see how the guys are reacting to talking to these women. Because sometimes that's the only thing that really keeps me from talking to women in public. I'm not sure of how these men are going to respond. Do I give a fuck? No. Do I need confrontation? Absolutely not. Let me say that again. Do I care? No. But do I need the confrontation? Absolutely not. I don't need it. I just want it. So because of that, I think online is your best bet. And again, that's just my opinion only. Whenever I go into different countries, man, first and foremost, I'm on these online apps trying to see what's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got Tinder in Japan, but fuck it. Maybe I'll be on Tinder, bro. Maybe I'll be on Tinder. I don't know. Maybe I'll finally, if I was going to Japan or something. Maybe I'll open a Tinder account if I was in the UK or Ukraine. And yo, no cap, no BS though. Shout out to Philco, and I mentioned this in the video. Y'all know Philco versus the world, the brother in Russia, right? Did you not hear? I mean, well, fuck it. Let me just fast forward. For those that are familiar with this catalog, right? He even tells you guys that he's meeting most of these girls online. Do you not hear that? Some online thing that's like the Facebook of Russia. I can't remember what it's called. VK or some shit like that. He says it in his videos. Like, yo, I met this girl on VK or whatever it is. He's meeting these girls online too. So it really does go to show you that utilizing these online applications when you're in countries where you're not sure of how people may respond to how you're talking to these women in public, it really does go to help you more. All right, it goes to help you more than it goes to hurt you. That's what I want you guys to understand. And that's why I choose to utilize online apps in countries that I'm just not familiar with yet. Because again, I don't need the confrontation, guys. I don't need people looking at me like I'm crazy, like they really want to fight me because they think that I'm trying to take their girl from them or that I'm trying to take their women away from them. Why they would think that way, who knows? Who cares? Why do we want to create that particular static if we don't have to? If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong, man. I just don't. That's why I would always utilize online apps in foreign countries I'm not familiar with. All right. And I think you guys, it'll pay you better than not to utilize them. Okay. For sure. For sure. I didn't know that Filipinos had soul food restaurants, bro. I have Filipino soul food restaurant. Yo, some of their food be hella like that shit be home style. That shit has a home feel to it though. Their soups shit. I do be feeling some sinigang about right now, some adobo. That sounds pretty popping, but I'm good. I'll leave it be. Let me move on. But again, man, I just think that you just have to I think you have to be creative in your approach nowadays. And it's not so much just everywhere. I think you have to find a way to be creative in your approach. I have always thought that online applications benefit you more than they hurt you, if that's the best way for me to put it. My man Kevin says, sorry, I feel you, dog. The Japanese customer service is off the hook. Bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I was about to propose right there in the damn airport. I said, God damn, why are they so nice to me? And it's not that I'm not used to people being nice to me. It's not that. It's just their level of hospitality is a bit much. It's enough to suck you in. If you want to know where you gonna find a lot of men in 2021, shout out to my man Ahmed Global Filipinos 2021. Thanks, bro. Shit, I'm thinking more Japanese 2021 family. That ain't nothing to overlook either. Oh shit. I got a copyright claim. I gotta change my music now. That sucks. I was uploading a video. Anywho, but yeah, man, like I was saying, bro. I think online applications work way better than they hurt you for sure. And I think you need to put that in your back pocket, man. And the thing is, it has nothing to do with your ability to talk to women in person. I think that's where we kind of have a differing opinion, myself and others, when it comes to, being a black traveler and things like that and all of this that comes with it. A lot of people like to believe, well, man, only guys who utilize online dating sites, man, they just do that because they can't get girls, right? And I don't want you to think that. I'm just thinking from the perspective of being cautious and being safe. If you're not sure how these men are going to respond, ain't got nothing to do with how good you can pull women. That's what I want y'all to understand. It has absolutely nothing to do with how you bag women or how good you are at using your mouthpiece to get women and boots on the ground and all that stuff. I would just rather avoid the conflict if I can. And online really does help to avoid that conflict, because usually it's just you and a girl. Sometimes the girl wants to be a little secretive about who she hooking up with. Shit, come on, man. Everybody knows there's a little spiciness and some secretive shit, man. I don't know about y'all, but you know what I'm saying? When you got a little secret and then only you and somebody know about it, things hella exciting, right? Shit, come on now. And let the girl have her little sneaking around moment if it make her feel good, man. She probably give you the best sex of your life. I'm just fucking with you, but I'm not fucking with you. My man says, I met a few people who live in Japan, African American men who say especially older Japanese women look to me, but many don't want to meet in public settings. There you go. Reggie, y'all think I'm joking? Your boy learned this a long time ago, and I'm really trying to encourage you guys to utilize these online applications in countries where you're just not sure of how these men are going to respond to you talking to their women. Now you can be the bravado type. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. Somebody touch me, bro. I'm gonna knock their ass out, bro. You can be that type if you want to, but I ain't trying to fight a whole country, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't trying to fight a whole country. You just have to be careful with how you do things. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And this brings up a story that I came across, though. Shout out to my boy Jackson, man. He brought this story to the table a minute ago about Ty Lawson. You remember Ty Lawson? Used to play for the Denver Nuggets, and his ass got in trouble in China. He was playing for the CBA, but he got damn near kicked out of China because he went to a strip club where some Chinese girls were working, and he took some Instagram photo or did like yo or something about it, and it kind of did paint the Chinese women in a negative light about Chinese strip clubs, stuff like that. It just painted a negative image, and he just happened to be the brother in the forefront, and then kind of lost his job. He lost damn near everything. So if you ain't heard that story, Google it. Ty Lawson, China. He's for real. I don't know if he's arrested or if he just got kicked out, but that's a problem. And again, being African American, it doesn't make it any easier. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And Reggie, don't meet these women in public places, anyways, man. Just keep the shit in the privacy of your own location. That's what I learned. Keep the shit private. I encourage that everywhere you go. Keep the shit private. All right, just keep it private. Keep it private, and you'll be all right. Shout out to my man, fellow traveler. What's good, bro? My man says, where should I look for Filipinas in Davao or Manila? It's up to you, bro. It really is. I'm a Davao guy to the day that I die. So for me to say Davao, it's all from bias standpoint, but I'll always say Davao. So we just got to be careful. That's all. Man says, I hear you, dog, but although we're around the same age, I still prefer boots on the ground. And like I said, it does work. Kevin, I'm not going to sit there and act like it's not the best way to go about it. I'm just saying, if you're not familiar with the landscape, it just might. I don't know. It's always debatable, bro. That's my concept. I mean, I'm just sharing an opinion, and 100%, guys, it's always going to be based on opinion, if that makes sense. It's always going to be based on opinion. Boots on the ground, guys. I'm all for it, but for me, in the beginning, even in the Philippines, guys, it was all online, guys. It was all on, guys, all online. And I'm not going to lie to you about it. I'm not going to even lie. It was all online. So however you slice it, however you dice it, it was all online for me. That's truly what it was. And that's how I did my thing. It was all online. A couple of months until I got comfortable, until I really started to feel my way around the country. Every girl I met was online. Not ashamed to say it. Ain't going to hurt you. I believe it ain't gonna hurt you. But then again, like I said, it's all about a matter of opinion. All right. My man, fellow traveler, you gotta have a plan and a B plan for sure. My man 010, long time no see, my G. He says, glad to see you endorse the online approach. It is the best way to go with meeting women in other countries. Oh yeah, man. Doc's a big advocate from that standpoint. You, that's just from my standpoint, fam. I can't tell you anything else. That I don't know. Everybody else has a different opinion. I think, yeah. Just got to work with what you work with, pimping. That's all I'm gonna say. Mr. Global, what city has the thickest Filipinos? I don't even think that's a fair question to ask, cause yeah, he said you've been asked that, and there is no particular place. He's right. 010, you're absolutely correct, bro. There is no particular place that specifically has thick Filipinos or something. It's just weird. I think I get that question a lot too, and that's only because I made videos in the past that kind of, yeah, it was just my video making in the past about that shit. It has been a long time, family, but it's good to see you in the building, man. Guys, I'm gonna give it about another 7 minutes, all right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, any comments or concerns, please feel free to throw it in the chat real quick, man. I appreciate all of y'all coming through. I just wanted to come through and get my what I like to call my legs underneath me again, because your boy's been away from the live stream game for like too many days. And so whenever it comes back to trying to conduct and run your show again, you just got to go through the paces and shit. And this is just me going through the paces. And I just hope that I was able to keep up. Like I said, family, it's when it comes to being black and traveling, guys, it's always an experience. That's what I will say. You're always guaranteed to have an experience. Am I gonna say they're gonna be good? No. Am I gonna say they're gonna be bad all the time? No. What I will tell you is you are guaranteed to have an experience. And I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is, but I don't know what it is about being a black foreigner or a black traveler or whatever that really does attract women to you. And I'm not sitting there saying that my Caucasian gentlemen and men from other races don't get none. Trust me, y'all probably get a little bit more than everybody, and you're probably greedy. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just fuck with you. But what I've noticed is there's a certain level of intrigue about the black foreigner. That's all it is. I don't know, man. I told you before, man. We are more than our BBCs, but everybody wants to think that that's what intrigues the majority of women into wanting to carry on or get into what would probably be a sexual relationship with somebody who's African American. Once they realize that you're a cool person and your vibe is cool and your swag is, I hate that word swag, but when you got a certain thing about you that can attract damn near anyone, I think that really does push you over the edge when it comes to what some women find to be attractive about you. And I do enjoy the secretive aspect. I don't know why I do. Maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask questions, but I just enjoy the secretive aspect of, what I'm saying? I'm hitting that ass and nobody knows about it. Yeah, am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for that? Because like I said, when I wasn't trying to get into a relationship, bruh, I had, man, hand on a stack of Bibles, dude. I don't know how in the hell I managed to get my way through Davao City the way that I did. Y'all will never understand the full story. The Booty Lou Chronicles tells you some stories, but it does not paint the full picture. Guys, I don't know how in the world I was able to get away with what I was able to get away with in a small town like Davao City. A lot of it came from the simple fact that I refused to A, meet women in public, B, hang out with women in public, and C, short-time hotel rooms were always a taxi ride around the corner from me. So it was always easy to get from point A to point B. I used to hang out in the less trafficked areas on God's green earth, flag the taxi cab. I used to tell baby girl, wait in the shade, let me flag the taxi. I'd get in the taxi, then she would get in the taxi. You never seen me with any girl out in public that wasn't my young lady, period. Again, your boy had his ways back in the day. I can tell you time and time again all the nonsense that I've been into, but at the end of the day, it ain't gonna do y'all no favors. I got to start reminiscing on my old self and try to be comfortable with. But it is what it is, man. Roger, I'm glad that you appreciate the videos, brother. I'm happy, man. I just enjoy the energy that you guys give me, man. You guys make this fun for me, and I love y'all for it. Is it Tabansi? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I love you back. I love you for loving me. All right. But I just want, I mean, that's just me, man. I mean, private life, man. I've always been a private person. I think that when you don't broadcast everything on social media, like I don't think a lot of you guys do, so I don't think I really have to actually bring that up. But when you don't put that energy into like that shit, man, you good to go, bro. You always gonna be good. Fellow traveler, he said, Dr. Mike, when are you going back to the Philippines, and are you going back to Davao? When I go back to the Philippines, Davao is definitely where I'm going. I'm thinking 2021. Told you, man, whenever this whole COVID shit decides to finish itself out or figure itself out and the world decides to try to find a way to do something a little bit better than scare the hell out of people, yeah, that's when I'm traveling. So I'm thinking they're going to probably stop trying to scare us about June 2021, July 2021, our summertime next year. So that's when I'm thinking about taking my trips. Hopefully, prayerfully, I'm gonna see my brother first in Japan because that's really what I want to do. Like, for real, that's like my dream. I gotta see my brother over there in Japan first, and then after that, I'm gonna slide on over to the Philippines, guys. Oh, the Booty Loot Chronicles. That's a book that I wrote. Yeah, that's a book that I wrote. I wrote a book that's available. I wrote books that are available on Amazon. You have to. I didn't put my information in the description box below, but if you go to any of my videos, I got a podcast channel that I started. I need to add more to it. I got a whole bunch of other things going on, but yeah, the Booty Loot Chronicles is it's not a video, man. It's a book that I wrote. It's one of my favorite books I've ever written in my life. Just sharing in the experiences of a young, not even, well, you could say a young black traveler who was fucking doing more things than he wishes he. I wish I could tell you everything. I could show you too. That's the sad part. If I had the proof with the receipts, I could show you, and that's what I don't want to have to do. Oh man. But we're good, ladies and gentlemen. It's officially 9 o'clock. I told myself that I wasn't gonna go past 9. I'm not going past 9 o'clock. Yo, you know what time it is, man. I need y'all to go over to J Black American Expats channel. They got the Love and Life in the Philippines with my man Sunshine Sodas and everything. I want y'all to go over there and check out the channel. Make sure you drop a like in there and make sure you show some love to the channel. So while y'all go over there and enjoy that one, Doc's gonna go ahead and get on about his business, man. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. Love you guys sincerely. Like I said, the good Doc is officially out, at least knuckle, but alone, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mabuhay.